This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com. This show is brought to you by Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/awesomecast. Time to get geeky, get awesome. It is the AwesomeCast. I'm Mike Sorg on Sorgatron on the Twitter with the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, ready to talk some awesome things with you. First of all, with us from the Studio C in the Big D of Dormont, PA. I got it on the first take, and we had to come back. John Chichilla's with us. How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you? It's good to be back. It was kind of weird being off for a little bit of time there.
It was. I know. Well, we tried to do that, and I decided we need, even though things shaped out on the calendar the way they did, I felt like we still needed listen, I needed a 2-week break, and it turns out I didn't even get it because we were moving everything in the studio. So in the more spacious Sorgatron Media Studios here, if you've been watching some of those, I haven't done the update since we moved everything back there, but we'll have an open house sooner or later here once we start setting up some of the extended studio stuff we're looking at. Also with us is the Dudas.
Hi. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Yay!
I hope everybody had a good New Year. Did you guys do anything crazy or stay in, or what'd you guys do for the New Year's?
I almost missed it because I was texting and was like, "Oh, it's almost midnight."
I think I was chatting with somebody. I was at a party and I was chatting with somebody. I'm like, "Hey guys, it's 2 minutes till midnight. We should probably go in the other room with everybody else." So
we did a small countdown, but trying to keep to ourselves. Christopher and I actually tore through like 50% of replayed. We're probably actually 60% back through SpiderMan on PlayStation.
There you go.
We had fun with that.
Nice. Awesome.
Ooh, I did advance the clock. Well, my brother advanced the clock on Animal Crossing, and I went to my niece's island to celebrate at 7 p.m. So
nice.
Technically, I had already celebrated the New Year, anyways.
I mean, you're celebrating
That's a super cute idea.
Yeah, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
You're celebrating the New Year's, and like you should just figure out what country is doing it at that time, and be like,
yes.
Happy New Year, Bulgaria. Something like that. Well, anyways, this is the AwesomeCast. You can check out everything at awesomecast.fireside.fm, because I don't know what happened to the .com. I screwed something up like weeks ago and haven't fixed it yet. But you got everything over there at awesomecast.fireside.fm. I'm probably just going to end up moving the .com over there, to be quite honest with you. I'm done with WordPress. I'm just ejecting all the WordPress at this point. You can also email us at awesomecast@sorgatronmedia.com for comments or advertising opportunities. You can tweet us at AwesomeCast. Hit us up on the Facebook page and the YouTube as well. And, of course, you can join the conversation not just in the Facebook group for AwesomeCast, but also on our Discord and Reddit. And there is a link for the Discord over on the Fireside page, on the website page over there at awesomecast.fireside.fm. And also, you can subscribe and rate us on your favorite podcast app. And, of course, video versions on Facebook and YouTube. And we are live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for the duration of the year until our next Christmas break. Big shout out to our friends over at postindustrial.com helping share the awesome. And thank you to our Patreon supporters at patreon.com/awesomecast. Our friends at the Coffee Club level, Matt Weller, John DeGore, John Carmen and Cynthia Klosky, and Scott McTaggart and Mike Pound. Hey, there's an extra line here. And also at our fan of the show level, Michael Fedor, Professor Buzzkill, and Dave Podner. You will, this year, let's see, what did we talk about before the show? About my ride in the back of a U-Haul today, my harrowing ride in the back of a U-Haul. And everything else has gone wrong, technically, because, I mean, come on. That's what we do. But, yeah, so let's get into our awesome things of the week. Chilla, hey, it's CES this week. A slightly truncated CES, I understand.
Yeah, and I know I heard a lot of people backed out last minute, not even going virtual. And I also heard they cut what they cut a day or two off,
At least,
limited hours,
at least
must
a day I last saw.
must pass a COVID test, and I think it's full masked all the way through. So,
Yep.
Which I think is a good idea. I'm not complaining. But yes, CES is underway. There was some cool stuff from Dell I saw a while back that they kind of pre-released, that's the one thing I didn't see this year is much pre-release information. But what I did see today looked pretty promising. Anker, who makes a lot of different, I own a lot of their USB cables, power plugs, etc. They released a number of devices, whether it be their new 100-watt gallium nitride charger, which I thought was pretty cool, coming in at $79, which is super nice. 2 USB-C and 1 USB-A port on it. But what I thought was even cooler was their webcam. Their webcam combines a webcam speaker microphone and a dimmable key light that will actually automatically calibrate itself to try to put you in the best light. It uses magic sight technology and ongoing tweaks the LED lighting. I don't think the price is that bad for what you're getting, $219.99, and their stuff is typically reasonably priced based on the tech inside.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited for it. The one thing that I couldn't tell from the pictures, and I'm interested if the key light, can I tilt the key light? I don't know if you noticed, it looks like the key light actually slides up. So can I tilt that if I want to? Because my webcam is actually a little high. And then also, can I push that down and use it as a shutter? What I think would be 2 interesting pieces. They released some other stuff, some smart home, garage camera, video doorbell, some of their security line. But what I thought was the interesting part was the Anker Work stuff, which was primarily the Anker Work B600 video bar. And I don't really think of it as a bar. It reminds me of the Logitech Brio, which I also really like that device. So interested to see when this comes out how well it looks. I'm not big on using the integrated mic, and I probably wouldn't use the speakers, but the lighting I thought was cool, and just the camera look and feel I thought was nice.
I can't say that I've ventured beyond like chargers and stuff with them, so it'll be interesting to see what they do. Like, I haven't seen anything that's like video technology or anything like this. Where like I see they have a doorbell and everything, and I'm looking for a doorbell. So maybe off air, I am interested in a wireless non-install video doorbell, because since we're in a rental unit here at the office, so I'm open for any options there. I know they're out there. I know I've seen them before, but I don't know what's the best today.
And that was one of the actual home projects that I did over Thanksgiving weekend. I would recommend getting one of the doorbells that's both, because I probably lived for a year and a half on the rechargeable battery for the video doorbell. Now I have a Ring. But my Ring does both. You can run power to it, or you can use the rechargeable batteries. And I actually finally took the time and hooked up the power to it. I didn't have power run there, so it was snaking power up the wall. But I'm pretty darn happy with it. I did find during the winter months, the battery ones, you will have to replace the battery more often in the winter months. We just invested in 2 batteries and always had one on the charger and flipped them as needed.
Are they special batteries that they take? Are like kind of camera battery kind of thing?
The one I have, the Ring one, is a special battery. I think, who was it? Is it Y? No, Eufy. EUFY. Theirs, I think, and that's actually the Anker brand. Theirs uses a standard battery, but it's not like AA, AAA. It's
Mhm.
the 18500s or whatever they are, which are still. I mean, you can get a box of them on eBay or I'm on Amazon, and like a 4 battery charger.
Awesome. So I'll be looking at those. We definitely need it sooner or later because we moved our office into the back, and now if anybody's at the front door, we'll have no idea. So unless we're watching the camera out front or something. So we need something to connect us there. So, Katie, what is your awesome thing of the week?
I got a new water bottle.
This isn't the first water bottle you found. Brought on here.
No, I like bringing on my water bottles. I do like them. So one of my goals is always to drink more water, and then I fail at drinking more water.
Yep.
So I got one of the ones that have like the timelines that like by 8 a.m. you should be here, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever, 7. And it's 32 ounces. I got it off of Amazon. I love it's got this nice little, it's very like nylon wristlet thing. It definitely, you can tip it any which way and it doesn't leak. It locks down. And it fits in cup holders, which is super exciting in cars because sometimes you get water bottles and they just do not fit in car cup holders. So I'm really excited about it, and I've definitely been using it. It looks like I haven't done anything today, but I did put more water in there. But here's another thing: is I'm learning how to manage setting attainable goals because
Yes.
So it starts at 8 a.m. and usually first thing in the morning I drink a variety. I drink lemon water first thing in the morning. I drink I have chocolate milk. I have my coffee. Like I have a whole bunch of fluids first thing in the morning. I fluid load, not on purpose, first thing in the morning. So to include like all of the 32 ounces of water by one isn't quite attainable for me. So my goals are to do the second half of the day, to drink one of these from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. or 2 to 8.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely still getting more water than I normally get in, and not overwhelming myself with trying to like do a goal that's definitely not attainable for myself.
I really like that because like and I was actually doing the math too because I'm like, well, I really kind of get going at 11 a.m. But if I did the 2 to 7 and then 7 to or 8 till, but I would start at the 2 p.m. and do that, and then I would just kind of flip my thinking, and 8 a.m. is going to become 8 p.m. and then I'll be done by 1 a.m. and be ready to go to bed. So I'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I like that. And it's in my Amazon cart now. By the way, it is so you guys can look it up. The Elvira 32 ounce motivational fitness sports water bottle with time marker and removable strainer. I mean, throw those words in it. The Elvira store. Elvira? Like Elvira?
I don't know.
There are many colors, multicolored ones like you were showing there, and there's an all purple one, so I got that one in there. Actually, I kind of like the half and half purplish one too. So yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I've been stepping on you, Chilla.
That's okay. Which one do you have? Because it almost looks like the color changes when your liquid moves around, but I was thinking there was water in there, which would be clear.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, maybe because the water level is about where it changes color.
Okay.
Like it's just right at the perfect, where it's like kind of an ombre.
For a moment, I thought it was like hypercolor.
Oh my gosh, I would definitely.
That'd be great.
If that's not a thing already. Yeah, I would own that one.
But it probably only lasts so long is the problem with those things. Like they usually get a little weird after a while, don't they? So yeah. Well,
but it's only $17.99 on Amazon, so definitely not terribly overpriced.
It's on the cart, ready to go. I'm looking forward to it. As if I don't have enough water bottles around the house, I dug up a bunch of them. And they're like, "Why do you have another water bottle?" I'm like, "Because we have them. We have these. I mean, we have all of these from conferences we've gone to. We've have all these that have been here. I need something that I will not spill water on my computer. So here we are. So doing what I can. Of course, today I'm lucky I ate. So the life management is going great. So my awesome thing is I saw this and just couldn't get enough of it. Katie, I think you were in the group that I sent a GIF of this beforehand. So, and I'm going to mess up all of these names. Yukai Engineering it has a quote cute stuffed animal robot that will nibble your finger. So according to this, so you get this little guy, and it's a little kind of sitting cat or dog, a little sleepy little cat or dog. It looks like here, right? And it looks like so here. There's a GIF if you're joining us there. Yeah, you put your hand in its mouth. It's kind of like the Furbies, right? You put your hand in your mouth in your hand in its mouth, and it goes nom 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 nom. I guess ham according to this on your finger. And that is supposed to be, if I remember from reading the article, a calming sensation. It's an amagami. I think I'm getting that right, which means soft biting, and ham means bite in Japanese. So what was that full name of these ones? Yeah, the amagami ham is the name of the robot if you want to look that up. Looking at this, it's hold on. What was it? Where they said it was the nibble. Here's a quote. Most people like the nibbling sensation, but know that they need to teach their children or pets to stop it because kids and animals will otherwise bite them with full force eventually. So the Amagami Ham is a robot that frees humankind from the conundrum of whether to pursue or not to pursue the forbidden pleasure. Wait, this just went a different way, didn't it?
AwesomeCast After Dark.
Yeah. I wish I had that reaction when I read that line there. This is not all they do. They also have a. So I'm looking at this guy. It's the Boko Emo. So that was like the main thing. But there's other robots that they do here. Like this Boko Emo. I'm sorry. It's supposed to be a bedside hospital robot. Like Baymax, right? From Big Hero 6. It really feels like. But it's a little one that just goes on your desk. And the idea is it says hospitals in Japan are using it to monitor patients' vitals, like oximeters, thermometers, and notifies nurses of the patient's condition. But during the pilot period, it was used to inform patients' families about how they're doing, and also communicates with the patients using sound effects, facial expressions, and gestures while they wait for the nurse to arrive. So if something's happening, this is like communicating with them to sort of soothe them, I think, before while we're waiting for the nurse to get there. Because I mean, it's always going to take a minute for that to happen, right? So they got really interesting stuff here. And there's another one I didn't get into. Oh, the robotic cattail pillow. I feel like we may have brought this up on the show before. Are you aware of this? I feel like this is something Katie would know. It's just a pillow with a cattail.
I think, does it purr?
The petite
like or
Kubo.
vibrate or something?
It vibrates, doesn't it? I think we did talk about this one show.
It's a therapy pet robot. We definitely talked about this guy. Yeah, it's getting a sibling. It reminds me of Harold from Shang-Chi. I think it was Harold. The little thing, little fur ball with wings and legs that they had on there. So, but yeah, a lot of cool robotic things coming out of that company. Again, that company is called Yukai Engineering, if you want to look it up. And the main thing I was talking about, that is the Amagami Ham. Spell that as well as you can, and Google will take you the rest of the way, I'm sure. So, and Christmas ideas for next year. So we're all getting everybody's getting a gammy ham in their stockings for next week. So, or next year. Is it better than cat bopping me in the nose at 2 a.m.? Says Bodner. Unconfirmed. Let's see. Put some today. So just catching up with the chat room here. A lot happening over on the Facebook page. And our buddy Amanda is over on the Twitch, Sorgatron Media Twitch page, watching the show, hanging out in the chat room as well. So what's up, everybody? And we'll keep an eye out for your reactions to what's going on here. Hey, I want to give a shout out to our friends. It's good being back over there, hanging out at Slice on Broadway. It's been supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza for well over 10 years. We started this show in 2010, I think shortly after we picked them up as a sponsor, and thank them for helping us out here, feeding guests as they come in the studio. As our guests are coming back into the studio, they're definitely coming in for Wrestling Mayhem show. And I think I can't remember if one or two people may have popped in last. It's all blending together, guys. I mean, that was last year. That was like a whole year ago, right? that we did any of that stuff. So, but give them a shout out. 4 locations here in the Pittsburgh area. Check them out. New York City style Yinzer made slice on Broadway.com. All right, let's get into. There's a lot of stuff down in here, so I don't know what you guys might want to get at first. So Katie, I see you marked over there the 3D printer to become SpiderMan. Or
sorry, that was me.
Is that
I forgot to put my
Chilla?
name.
Okay.
I was like,
I'm so out of
I
the
saw
normal.
a cursor, so I thought it was. I'm just following the cursors down the Google Doc. I'm like, well, this will tell me their interests. And I'm like, okay, Katie, tell me about Spider-Man. No.
3D printer to become Hello Kitty would have been me.
There you go.
So there's a web or a YouTube channel called Hero Tech, and they remake a bunch of stuff from movies. They've done the Sling Ring with kind of a mod to do like the spark circles. Recently, they released a functioning Spider-Man web shooter that can shoot and retract, which I thought was pretty darn cool. The video actually shows it. I think they webbed a picture of Doc Ock. They've also had it shown it like cling or catch to a garage door. So there's some tension to it. I don't think you're going to be swinging from buildings anytime soon. But I thought it was kind of a cool, hey, add this to your cosplay or whatnot. They also have different cartridges that can plug into it. I've seen where they've sold their stuff. They do short runs of the thing they made and they sell it online. One of the things that I read in this article was they are going to be doing a follow-up tutorial where people can create their own. So I thought that was pretty darn cool and fun. So I'm interested in it. Like I said, they have some other stuff. They have the retractable blades from Assassin's Creed that they've made.
Ooh.
Just some pretty neat kind of projects that they run through. They did titanium web shooters. I don't think those actually worked, but it was like a mock-up of the web shooter.
So this thing, it looks very it's very I don't want to say plasticky, but like it's got that kind of made feel to it. But I guess that's from the 3D printing, right?
That would be my guess. Yes.
So if you're on audio, it's this device that goes. You wear it kind of like an Apple, like a watch band, and it's of course on the inside of your wrist. So thick. I don't think, is that the right sound? Is that what that is?
Yeah, and it's a lot like the they said they half modeled it after the Andrew Garfield shooters. I thought was pretty neat.
Nice. No, that's cool. I'll have to check that out. I am going to actually probably also subscribe to this too. So have you guys? Did you find this leads into something else? Did you find a lot of people around you got like either Quest VR or 3D printers?
Quest VRs, yeah.
Yeah, like
a lot of Quest VRs. I feel like it's the one thing that was available. It's the one thing when I went to the store that was always there. Whereas followed up by Switch, which I feel like a lot of people already have a Switch.
Yeah, those that are going to get it, right?
And then, like, I'll be honest with you, I looked multiple times a day, every day for Xboxes and PlayStations and could never find one. And but I'm also not the type that's going to go camp outside of a store for a day just to get one either. So
right. Yeah, I was really kind of surprised because like some people in my family got it, and like not people that I thought would have been up on the tech or something, right? But one is doing kind of some interesting artwork, so as a 3D printer kind of makes sense with it, and it works on cars a lot, right? And they were making like little baby Yodas the other day. So he was like, okay, all right, this makes sense, you know. But it's just one of those, like, I feel like what happened where, like, you know, I'm still kind of like specking and like, okay, trying to justify a 3D printer, and then like and a VR thing, right? And I'm like, well, I got that Samsung VR thing from several years ago that feels like enough for me for now, right? But it's just like, wow, it felt like everything leapfrogged it. Like this felt like the year that it was like, yeah, everybody's getting this thing, everybody's getting on board. 3D printing's here, and a bunch of people are grabbing it. It just got to that right price, and you know, not BS that regular people could get it, right? I think on both counts for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like the vibe.
And I feel like the 3D printer, you can get one, I'll say relatively low cost, that's really good quality.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can get $180 3D printer, or from what I've seen, you can get $180 3D printer.
That's about a cost of a decent regular printer.
Right.
Right? Like, and that's what it needed to be, is that kind of a digestible thing, you know, a price structure.
Now, I'll have to include it in the show for next week, because we've had the Quest for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I finally I was a little nervous because of some of the stuff I did to it to run the OS update, but I finally bit the bullet, ran the OS update, everything's fine. But the Oculus app, where you can watch someone else playing, and it will actually use the cameras on your phone to superimpose them in the game, is pretty darn impressive. I have some video of Christopher playing Beat Saber, and the way it I mean, I don't have a green screen in the basement, but it did a pretty, I bet you if I would have turned on the lights, it would have been even better. But it did a pretty darn good job for being in low light and whatnot. I don't know if we can play it on the show, but you may have to mute the sound, because it actually pulls the sound and the video in from the headset, which I thought was awesome.
Right. Well, that's okay. I don't have sound coming through the videos anyway. So
okay, cool. Because the sound is it's copywritten.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. We'll have to look at that then. So, Katie, are you seeing that kind of amongst your circles and family?
Yeah, the VR, not the 3D printers, not so much yet, but like the VR stuff.
Yeah, that's more creators probably.
Yeah, less creators, less creators of a certain age. The creators are too young for a 3D printer right now.
Right, exactly. So, yeah. Anyways, let's see what else we got here going on. Hold on. I don't know where to start with. Oh, here. Hey, Katie, I got to check something out at your work the other day when we were down there for the WWE show. I don't know if you saw my video.
Yes, I like how you were like, work the other day, and I heard Letterkenny in my head.
Yes. You're going to work the other day, and
me.
Mm-hmm. But it was kind of cool to see. If you go to PPG Arena, and it's over by where you come in from the garage, if you're going to pay the $30 for the event rates, as I did, because somebody has some problems, and I didn't want her to walk. But they have this, like, I walked by and I'm like, what is this? And I got really, really peeved because I stood in line and they didn't have coffee, and I was like fighting. I don't know why this isn't going to full screen. I guess I'm not logged in. But it's like a convenience store set up in there. Like, you just go in and take stuff out of the, just like if you're at Sheetz or something. And there's Pens merch at the end of it too. So if you want to go get your, I don't know, rally towel and T-shirt and hat for Penguins, so you can grab that, grab your beer, grab your soda, grab a thing of popcorn or Sour Patch Kids, and then you set it on. It looks like an overhead projector if you're not watching this on the video. And you see I got my Snapple tea. Also, it's the only place I could find Snapple tea, which is like better than the soda and stuff I was finding everywhere else, right? I got my combos, and I got my, what else did I have here? I think I had an RC Cola for Mitzi. And then it just sees it. It pops up on the display, and you sticker shock all those. I think I paid $20 for these 3 items. This is like not even $5 across the street. Like they won't even use my credit card across the street because it's not $5. But I mean, that's the arena experience. No, I thought it was kind of a cool, fun thing. How long, Katie? Do you know how long that thing's been there?
It was implemented when they reopened things after COVID, the COVID break. That was something they brought in to help with the touchless systems, and that's at the same point where we went away from cash and just do cards. That was all kind of happened at the same time. And,
oh, I didn't know there was no cash.
Yeah, no cash at the arena anymore. There's the reverse ATMs. If you bring cash and you put it in the machine and they give you a card.
No way.
Not even a cool card.
I mean, that's cool that they have that opportunity though. So to do that, so which is weird because I'm pretty sure like it was still cash only for the garage. So
yeah,
it's like,
yeah, it's weird.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
So, but no, that was kind of a fun thing there, and I haven't seen that and I've been to a couple, like I was been at United Center up in Chicago since COVID. And everything, and I haven't seen anything like that implemented, so that was kind of a cool pop-up. So I feel like it's kind of like where Amazon stores, the Go stores, have like the cameras everywhere that kind of track all the items. This is a more centralized, like, hey, here's a camera right here on this platform, and it'll see all the stuff, right? So like it's like a low end. It's like a boiled down Amazon store. Go store or something.
Low capacity.
Yeah, low capacity. You still got to stand in line, and all those kinds of things. So it was kind of interesting. But let's see what else we got here. Katie, I put some style in here for you. It looked like it was up your alley. I don't know, you may already own this, but apparently we've like Chilla, you're still a commuter when you go into work, right, on the train. We've all had our bus routes over the years with our jobs and whatever we've had to do over the years. Well, according to this over at WESA, I can't even say this with a straight face. Port Authority Upholstery has inspired a local fashion line. So there's, those great designs that they have for the upholstery on the bus seats have inspired apparently a line of leggings in those patterns. They were loading up the Twitter here. So I don't know, Katie, as a very avid leggings user, collector, I don't know. You're probably wearing them right now. I don't know how.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. How do you judge these wonderful designs?
Well, it's so I pulled up the store and you can get them. Here you go, Chilla. If you're not sure, you're like, I don't know if I want to do leggings. They also do a carry-all pouch, a fanny pack, face mask, t-shirts, bags, backpacks. So yeah, if you're not, you're like, I'm not feeling the leggings. You're like, well, but I just love this print and want to take the T-light rail seat bag, the bag, and like I said, you can have a variety of fanny packs
And if you're wearing these on the bus that has the same pattern, it's like camouflage. Right?
I was going to say, it's like you're an assassin waiting on the bus.
You're
or
a
train.
bus assassin. I love it.
So sneaky.
You
can make a whole spy movie about these.
But only on public transportation in a specific city. And it turns out, like, apparently somebody else pointed out, I can't remember if it was in the article or if it was somewhere else. I think like they did something similar in New York City, I think it said. I read this like a week ago. I'm trying to remember. But yeah, of all the things. So, what was that? Bus assassin?
Show name?
Yes. Mass transit assassin.
Oh, no. And flagged.
Have any of you gone to RadioShack.com lately? I know, why would you, right?
No.
I wouldn't even think to go there.
Do me a favor.
Go to.
I want you to. I'll review it. I'll reveal it as a pub. I'm trying to remember how to spell Radio Shack. I think it's a CK at the end, isn't it?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So.
Oh.
Uh-huh. let's show everybody else what's going on here. There you go. RadioShack bringing cryptocurrency to the mainstream. That's exactly what you thought was about to happen, right? Get notified of the upcoming RadioShack launch. It's what is RadioShack Defy? It's RadioShack. RadioShack's a 100-year-old brand embedded into the global consciousness, and we're going to lead the way to blockchain tech to reach mainstream adoption by larger brands. Oh boy! So somebody picked up the domain, picked up the brand. I guess Sprint was done with it. Is that who bought it? Like, they at least got all the stores and stuff, right? I guess they're just saying, hey, baseball, and it's the same RadioShack logo, the little R and everything. There's a Discord here too.
But they're partners and collaborators. Really,
Yeah.
I really question their choice of like. Oh, and I can't remember now the name of the one store that used to be in Robinson Town Center, like way back in the day. It's like, let's find all the companies that are dying. Like, where's Wicks and Sticks on this list?
We'll show it up, but we're talking Dress Barn, Rev, Pier 1, Ralph and Russo, Linens and Things, and the Franklin Mint. So that's your partners and collaborators. USV Atlas seems like the biggest one because it is a I don't know. There's a lot of gobbly talking about liquidity and being long term and permanent. I don't know, and protocols and things like that. This is really strange, but I mean it's well, cryptocurrency is becoming a huge thing if they're doing this kind of stuff with it, right? So yeah.
RadioShack to the moon.
To the moon. Jeez.
What was the old kitchen store that used to be?
Pick one. There was
like they were stores. There were stores in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm. This is what Missy would know.
It sold like random spatulas and all kinds of.
I'll know when I see it. I'll know when I see it.
Now I'm looking up old stores like Merry-Go-Round, The Wall, Walden Books.
Williams Sonoma?
Nah, that's
no?
new.
That's
the
only one I know.
I'm talking like when Hills and Children's Palace were around.
I know Surla Table is not one. We actually set up a streaming command center out of there. So, geez. Let's see. Top 10 best.
Oh, Babbage's. I forgot about Babbage's.
That's a computer store. We should have a day where we just talk about old computer stores that we loved. But you should see the new snack. Oh, hey, so an update from before. Amanda's over on the Twitch chat, and she's saying you should see the new snack store at the mall. Grab snacks and drinks and check out. Grab a coffee and water every morning. And I don't know if this was a connected comment, but so that's at the South Hills Village Mall. I'm going to have to go check that out. So I don't go in much. I don't go past the food court in South Hills Village unless I need to get something fixed at the Apple Store these days. So, but did you have any Crate and Barrel? Is that it? I don't know. I got a bunch
it doesn't
of stuff
exist anymore.
Whatever it is, the Container Store.
Did we talk about linens and things? That was a thing.
It's a part of this.
Is it? Okay, sorry. I'm flipping through a 52 best, stores that you closed.
That's what I'm doing. Like I found Wicks and Sticks West Coast Video, Benetton.
West Coast Videos has Sun Coast Video.
Lectures.
What?
Lectures Housewares.
I don't know this one.
Wow, that one.
I do not know this one.
Lechters.
He's still contemplating this.
I'm looking now. I'm in awe of like all these old stores that I completely forgot about.
Your mall shopping memories are popping up there. How about I talked about Mr. Beast Burger and the Guy Fieri. What's his name? Flavor Town. That are all wonderfully served out of the Buca de Beppo down in Station Square over
Buca de Beppo.
Buca de Beppo over Grubhub. there's some letters out. It turned into. I'm like, hey, the Buca de Beppo, and Missy's like, no, it's just the de Beppo right now. I'm like, what? What happened to the Buca? It's like the lights.
Yeah,
out.
what happened to Buca? Or is it the lights are out?
The lights are out, so it's just the Beppo right now. But this was fun, and I have not ventured into this side of TikTok yet. I'm still learning about maps that will change my view of the world. So apparently TikTok will be partnering with the same. I think it's the same company that does the Mr. Beast and everything like that. So probably coming soon to Buca de Beppo near you and here in Pittsburgh. But TikTok is going to bring culinary creations to fans. Baked feta pasta is coming to a kitchen near you. So if you've ever gotten like the Mr. Beast burger kind of stuff, like the formatting of all these boxes, like it'll probably look really familiar. So they are going to do this, roll this out, and Katie, help me understand this. So there's like a super. I think I've seen this on YouTube too. There's like this super food recipe corner of TikTok. Is that right? Are you aware of this at all?
Yeah, like I don't end up there much because everywhere else I'm over TikTok.
But so some of the stuff that's come up out of this, and again, this is something I read like a week ago. I'm catching up on. So they're talking about things like air fried strips of corn known as corn ribs, cheese covered pasta chips, the smash burger, they can say the viral baked feta pasta. So they're taking these with the creators, and they are actually sharing some of the revenue with the creators on TikTok, which is interesting because I think I don't know that you can copyright a recipe per se. So it's kind of one of those, like, they could just kind of take this and run off, but it's a nice little kind of partnership perk, I think, that they're working with those kinds of things. So
yeah, it's interesting. You can't copyright a recipe.
No.
You can keep a recipe a secret.
Yes.
But then that wouldn't work real well on TikTok unless that was your point, was to get people to taste something without telling them how to make it. But yeah, like I know someone that has the Mrs. Fields chocolate chip cookie recipe.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Ooh. Or like the chicken you can get from Aldi's that tastes just like Chick-fil-A without the guilt.
The two things that I still can't figure out how to make. What is the Colonel's 7 secret herbs and seasoning? And more importantly, the mix that is in the center of a Dairy Queen ice cream cake.
The chocolate crunchy part.
Oh.
The chocolate crunchy gooey part.
Yes.
My sister worked there, and we still don't know how to make it because it like comes partially. It's like a bunch of partial ingredients. Like you can't make it yourself. It's not like off the shelf stuff. So, yeah, that's one thing that I would like to know how to make.
Farming those crunchies is the secret part to it. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. So, any other stories you guys want to hit on out of this list before we roll out of here? Amazon briefly banned itself from Twitch. Amazon owns Twitch, if you weren't aware. So, apparently there was a rogue host on their channel on Twitch that, I don't know, flashed the camera or something. I can't remember what it was, but did something lewd that was against Twitch policy. So they had to ban. Yeah, she exposed herself on air. Supposedly she worked for Amazon, I guess, and just went. Yeah, Amazon punishes Amazon was the headline here. So I guess so.
And I think we may have talked about it on a prior show. But did you notice it was actually on Sunday evening, like in between I'm not a huge football fanatic or anything, but I do like seeing what's on TV during football games because it's always interesting, like what dog shows on or what randomness is on the channels that aren't carrying football games. The Drone Racing League was on.
The one that we talked about on here?
Yeah, and it was actually
Nice.
like I guess there's a series like their elimination tournaments all over the place,
Nice.
and the finals are going to take place in Vegas, but the Series 7 finals were in Memphis, Tennessee, and they broadcast them live. Or I think it was live. They broadcast them at 5 p.m. last Sunday. It was really fun to watch. They used to show them, I think, on like what is it, TBS? What was doing the esports on like late on Friday nights?
I thought ESPN was doing them, like one of the
Oh,
ESPNs.
okay. Yeah, was the Ocho.
Yes.
But no, there used to be on TBS or TNT. I can't remember which. It was doing like, it wasn't Call of Duty. I can't remember what it was. Um, but they were doing drone racing late nights on Fridays too, and they stopped. So I'm hoping they bring it back because it's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've been wanting to kind of pull those up on the YouTube and catch up with them. I've been seeing them come up on my subscription list. So, and I've been watching.
And they stream. The funny part is too. They stream live in tandem on Twitter.
Hmm.
Katie,
Keep your eye out. It was fun to watch.
Katie, you like to write things, right?
Yes, I write things.
How do you feel if you could write your blog on paper?
Whoa, that would feel nice.
I got one in here. This was again, it's something I heard about on. I think this is on one of the Twitch shows. I think was talking about this, or actually it might have been someone else. I don't know. I heard this somewhere, but I figured you guys would love this. If you go to paperwebsite.com. So apparently, you know the Moleskines where you could write a notebook and I think you take a picture of it and it would kind of translate all the text or something like that. I think that's what those ones do, right? So this will take that notebook writing and it'll turn it into translate it with a little bit of machine learning into a blog for you. So again, it's paper website. It's a little bit of a subscription to it. You take a picture with their paper website app. It's going to take that. It's going to process it through it, and then it's going to bring it into a website that you can do your blogging on. So you turn it into a micro blog. And yeah, it's got a full suite of features. It is a pay setup. Talking about like $10 a month, or $8.25 a month. I think that's probably the year deal for you to do there. It looks like a pretty interesting. Again, a little bit of a kind of machine learning that gets plugged through and everything like that. They've done the whole back end for you. This is a project that somebody was working on, and it's pretty cool. It's from a Tiny Projects. This is from the developer. And it's got a few samples of blogs in there as well. And it's very in the samples they show, these don't appear to be terribly extensive blogs. Like they seem pretty light. Like I don't know. They seem very like proto blog, don't they?
Well, because there's it looked like that one where they did the Hello World. It just injected the photo for them.
Yeah, that's what it made it look like. But I have a feeling like you pick the photo or something like that and go from there, right?
But it's not like in your notebook. Like I don't know. It would be interesting if you drew a picture of a dog. Would it inject some random picture of a dog? I don't know. I mean, yeah, they're probably going to be pretty basic because it's just literally text.
And I got a tip for you real quick, and I just remembered this one. It's not in the rundown. This is something I learned from TikTok, Katie. I'm really proud of myself, and I haven't set this up yet. And I don't know, this might be one that you guys know. Did you know if you go into, so this is an iPhone one. If you go into your settings and you just search for text replacement, it's under General and Keyboard, but the search is really helpful. And you go to text replacement, and you can say, you know how you spell OMW out, and it turns into on my way. you can set up anything you want. Like in the sample they're showing, anytime I want to use my email address, type in what? What?
It doesn't work.
It doesn't
Yeah,
work?
it does.
You tried it?
I use it. So ADDR,
Yeah.
like I have mine set up. I have a text replacement for ADDR. When I type in ADDR, it punches out my entire home address.
But like if he's talking about where you put at like the at sign.
Oh, no, just AA.
Oh, AA. Okay. I've run into issues where I've gone to sign into things and I will type out my email address and it'll change it to the whatever, like it'll reverse it.
Really?
Yeah, you do have to. That's why I did ADDR for address, because I think I actually did ADD. And when anytime I would say add in an email or anything, it would type out my home address. So you do have to be cognizant of what you're putting in there for the text replacement.
See, I did it as at because I saw the same tip. I thought you were sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like
No, that's fine.
I saw the same tip where it's at sign, and then you essentially you make that your email whenever you want to put your email address instead of typing it out. But there were points where I was filling in my email address and I would type out my complete email address and then my phone would be like, "Oh, you mean to say at," and I'm like, "No," like it was reversing it. So it works most of the time, I found, but I forget which app I was in, but it kept doing that it pissed me off and I got rid of it. But yes, sorry, I didn't mean to jump all over your tip.
No, that's fine. I didn't do a lot of testing with it. I'm just generally I'm generally kind of working with it, and it is kind of nice. So I just set up a really quick AC that I type in, and it doesn't like automatically replace it, but it makes it the shortcut at the bottom. It says in the middle, if you type in, says AC it'll say AwesomeCast is an autocomplete. So it changes the autocomplete for you, right? And so that's at your fingertips. So and again, it's kind of like thinking about what do you use regularly? Like I can say, I'm like asking Katie, are you on AwesomeCast this week? Is there a Pens game? So I can just put like I know AwesomeCast is something I would want to shortcut because I'll say it a lot to her, right? Or something like that. Or I just, I should put in BTT, so it'll say butts for Bradley. That's actually a really good idea. That's a really, and you know what? That's a really good idea if you can get a hold of if you get a hold of somebody else's phone.
Yes.
Like the old trick where you would borrow somebody's phone and then put everything in Spanish. Does anybody else have friends, quote unquote, that would do that to them? Like that's kind of the new in, isn't it? So, right for abuse, but so, anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us. John Chichilla, he's at Chilla on the tweeters.
John Chichilla on the Facebooks.
And the Dudders, Kitty Dudders. All over the place, doing things, giving you updates.
Doing things. Kate Murray PGH on Instagram. I really want to change that though. I'll let you know if I change it. Legging stylings and doctor visit muscles. Yeah, and hospital gown fashion shows that I've been posting
hospital
recently.
gown every year. Well, you have a weekly. It's still weekly, right? That you're visiting. So
I don't get to. I'm not in a gown weekly anymore. It's
Okay.
almost weekly.
Okay.
It's like twice a month now.
Wow. Well, it's been 2 years, and congratulations. I know you're at the tail-ish end of everything, at least the major stuff with your situation there. So congratulations.
Situation, I like it.
Situation. Your booby situation there.
My boob thing. My boob job. My 2-year boob job.
Yes, your 2-year. Oh, geez. She got the update the hard way. Anyways.
Yeah.
Man, that's Sorgatron on the Twitter. A lot of things going on. Please follow Sorgatron Media. Like I said, I was talking about before the break and talked about all the space in here. But if you go on the Sorgatron Media, social medias everywhere, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, we have a lot of pictures and some tours of as we were moving the spaces we didn't get much of a holiday break, or I didn't get much time to update things for the podcast or anything, or do my year-end demo reels or anything in reflections because I was too busy setting up for 2022 and moving furniture. So, but you can go check that out and see what we've been talking about in all the space we're having here. So much room for activities, and we're hoping to have plenty of those in the near future. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. You have been our awesome audience. Please have an awesome week. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.